Stay away from Scotland. Burley warns of huge Australia trade deal backlash for farmers. Michael Gove promised UK farmers will be supported as a new free trade deal is signed Australia, which has led to huge concern in the UK agriculture business. Speaking to Sky News, Chancellor of the Duchy of Lancaster Michael Gove stressed the importance of the government's protection and support for farmers as Britain explores new trade opportunities abroad, but said opening up trade barriers will give UK farmers a chance to sell their products on the world stage. His comments come as concerns soar amongst farmers that a new, free trade deal signed with Australia will see the UK market flooded with cheaper Australian meat, pricing UK farmers out of business. But Mr Gove highlighted how Aussie meat production is primarily exported to the Asian market in a desperate attempt to reassure producers in the UK that trade deal is a good idea. Mr Gove said, "We support farmers and we do so not just by providing them with direct financial support, but also we give them an opportunity to export their fantastic produce on the world stage. And I actually think that we should be confident about the quality of the produce that our farmers are responsible for. I think that opening up new markets for them worldwide, which is what the brilliant Trade Secretary Liz Truss is doing, is the way to make sure to not only keep our farmers successful, but also ensure we have investment in the countryside." Mr Gove was then asked if he has any concerns about Australia lamb flooding the UK market following the trade deal with Australia. He replied, "I personally am a great fan of Welsh lamb, and I think consumers will be free to make that choice. But I think it is also worth pointing out that the majority of meat which is reared and raised in Australia goes to the Asian market, and that is their principal and growing market. Overall, Australia is a friend and ally, and I think there have been 1 or 2 points that have been made during the course of this debate that mischaracterize how Australian farmers operate and the opportunities also for UK farmers." He added, "And it is important that we maintain protection and support for farmers. But it is also the case that opening up trade barriers provides our farmers the chance to show on the world stage the amazing quality of UK produce." Michael Gove's comments come as the UK and Australia have agreed the broad terms of a free trade deal. The new trade deal is expected to give UK and Australian food producers and other businesses easier access to each other's markets. The government says membership of the Comprehensive and Progressive Agreement for Trans-Pacific Partnership, CPTPP, could provide British farmers with huge opportunities, as echoed by Michael Gove on Sky on Tuesday. But concerns have been rampant amongst the farming community in the UK that farmers will be undercut by cheap Aussie meat imports, which could flood the UK market, sending British farmers into a downward spiral. They also fear food standards will be compromised as a result. The deal was struck between Boris and Aussie Prime Minister Scott Morrison on Monday evening over a meal of Welsh lamb and Scottish smoked salmon served up with Australian wine.